All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming. And can't see the last video because it's still down here. It's still producing, so it says deleted video until it gets through the production phase. But I was getting errors in my program, and let me show you why. I had person repository here, and I had BMI calculator here, but I needed the concrete version of those classes. All right, since I was not creating a concrete version, it was failing. All right, so we've got that fixed. Now we're going down here into our input and calculate and output. All right, and all of that was okay up to here. All right, now don't worry about this right now, okay? But I want to take a look at what we've got in here, okay? All right, so we are okay for most of this, but down at the bottom here, we want to, when we create our BMI and our BMI status, we want to call from the BMI calculator class, all right, this. But again, it's the same error that I mentioned before. It's not BMI calculator that's in here. I believe it's, let's see what we've got in here. I think they were defined in, let's look. No. All right. So we just came in and we added these lines. Where are they? Repository and BMI calculator. BMI calculator dot, and it's not finding either one of those. Okay. All right. I believe the reason that it's not is I think in the classes I mean those capital C's. Okay, so that was, first one worked, and the second one has a problem, calculate BMI status. We'll look at that in just a moment. Passing in the height and the weight, and I think we might have called that get BMI status instead of calculate. Get BMI. Yep, there we go. All right, then we've got our output all statistics. Which is fine. But before we output our statistics, where we are right here, we do want to come in and we want to instantiate a person. So I person, we don't want it to be equal to null. I person is going to be equal to a new person. Remember, a new person needs, as you can see right there, a first name, a last name, a height, a weight, a BMI, and a BMI status. Okay, now what doesn't it like here? It doesn't like first name and last name. So, again, this should be person concrete, I believe. All right. And I'm trying to figure out what the problem would be with that. And it says it does not exist in the current context. But the height and the weight are there. And the BMI and the BMI status are there. So what do we have here? I think we're going to need txt first name dot, hello, name dot text, and because we haven't created any variables by these names, any local variables. So this will be txt last name. Good gravy. Okay, so that fixes that problem. All right, so we've instantiated a new person right there. All right, and then we want to add that to our repository. So okay, then we can call output all statistics. And we're not working with an array list in here anymore, so we can get rid of all this stuff. Okay. All right. Now our output all statistics, let's jump to that one. Well, you can see this calculate BMI status. We don't even need this anymore. We're not doing it from here. So that's gone. The calculate BMI is also gone. We're not doing those in here anymore. They're being done in our classes, which again is one of the reasons that you use classes. All right. I think that'll be okay the way it is. Let's look at the show all. Well, that looks a little funky right now, as you can see. All right, so let's come in here and let's first say this. All right, so if repository dot is empty, well, we don't have anything in our list. So if that's the case, we'll do a message box dot show, and we'll say there are no BMI records to show. Again, this could be replaced with any message you want. So BMI list currently empty. All right. Now, this is an information. Message box okay is fine, but it's not really an error. It's just empty. So we're going to change it to information. All right. And since there's nothing else to do there, we'll just return. All right. If we get down to here, there were things to print. All right. We've got our output right here. So we're going to change this for loop to a for each I person P in repository dot get people All right, so now we just want to start putting our stuff in here. So this is going to change. All of these are going to change. So this will be P dot first name. This will be P dot last name, P dot height, P dot weight, P dot BMI, and P dot BMI status. All right, so those are all done. And we haven't shown it yet. So we've got our message box.show all BMI inputs. There's the output. So that should be done. All right, let's do a little bit of work in our clear routine, and then we'll actually be finished, I think. So where's that clear? Right now, in our clear all fields, this is what we have. So let's see. Clearing out all the text boxes and labels, that's good. But let's clear the repository as well before we put the focus to the first name. So we're going to say, just kind of like we've been doing, but in here, this will be repository dot clear. All right, hopefully this is going to run now. And again, if it runs, if it works, it'll look exactly the same as it did before. And that's a good thing. So again, this is 7th iteration. We're going to make sure that's our startup project. It should be yellow when it comes up. It is. There is our show BMI. We can now, hopefully again, go back to return and go back to here and exit if we want to, and if we say yes. So that still works. Let's go back to show BMI. All right. If we leave it blank and click calculate, first name, last name, height, and weight, that's good. If we put in something here, all right, we get last name, height, and weight, so that's good. Height and weight, good. If we leave this non-numeric, height must be an integer and weight is required. Okay, if we put in something that's out of range, must be between 12 and 96. Weight is required. Weight must be an integer. Weight must be between 1 and 777. Well, that's all good. So 200. All right, overweight, that worked. Let's go back and put in another one. Change something in just a minute. She's underweight, that's good. She's optimoid, that's good. That all looks good. Clear worked, as you saw. I can return, I can exit if I do want to, I don't want to. But before I click show all, I want to do one last, well, we'll do the show all first. Okay, it says there are no BMI records to show. Well, that isn't good. So we'll have to take a quick look at that. Evidently, we're not adding them to our list someplace. All right, but before we go back and try to fix that, let's go back into here and here. And should have done this a long time ago. The accept button will be BT on calculate. The cancel button will just send you back to the main form. That's what? Return. All right, so file, save all. All right, now, like I said, these are not being added, but I did think we put that in there. Repository.addPerson. And when we're outputting all statistics, we should be doing that from repository also. Still think I'm missing something here. Go back over my notes quickly so we can go on. That's good. That looks good to me. Okay, let's check the rest of the program. Plus, that's good. Yeah, message box not show. Output. Clear. We're clearing the repository. Oh, that might be the problem. Where I put that into clear. Where I put, let's see. Okay, this, clearing the repository, yeah, it's in clear all fields. For now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this, and after I print everything, then I'm going to clear it. Let's see if that changes anything. Again, we'll put in 3 people. So me, okay, clear. Okay. Let's just leave it like that. Okay, there's the first one. That has not been formatted. All right, for each person in, collection was modified. May not execute. System invalid operation. Huh. Does not like my for each loop. Huh. Well, let me pause. I don't want to stop. I want to finish on this one, even though I'm 20 minutes in. So let me pause for a minute and look at this. I am going to stop right here. See if I can quickly fix this. And in what I want to do in the next video is start working on the payroll program. Okay? And we're going to go right to the GUI version of that. So I'll be back with that shortly. Thanks.